massive day for the unemployed. Mr. Beast is getting bullied on the internet. Why does a tweet about slowly killing me in the most painful way imaginable have 13,000 likes? What did I do to you people? All right, now I'm interested. We gotta see this tweet. What's going on? Why is he upset? Left scandalized watching viral morbid video. I don't even know if I can show this on YouTube, but it said, this is how we do in Mr. Beast when the revolution happens, showing this guy getting hit by arrows. They wanted to pull a Vinland Saga on him, maybe a Boromir or something. I don't know why, but people were extra angry when Mr. Beast collaborated with the morning routine Black Man. Like, it's a pretty light-hearted video, just kind of a mock on the original, and Mr. Beast's been known to kind of like meet these internet phenomenons.
Boom! Boom! Boom!
Unfunniest MF alive. This is how you know the meme is over. How long before this dude has his right-wing crash out with 115k likes? Why Americans gotta make everything political though? And with this logic, they're implying that the left wing is sending videos of him getting killed by arrows. The winner of Mr. Beast's $10 million Beast Games prize will only receive $5 million after taxes. Only is absolutely diabolical here. Also, if you noticed, Mr. Beast really likes this emoji. Mr. Beast secured Pentagon funding last year to tackle low Gen Z military recruitment. Pentagon turned to Mr. Beast and other creators because it's prohibited to use TikTok. This is the front lines of Ukraine. Last one to leave gets $5 million. But the thing is, this wasn't even true. The Pentagon did not fund Mr. Beast.
That's not true. They were gonna help us with some hurricane relief projects, but it didn't end up happening. Can I go 1 week without someone making up something about me? With the crying emoji.
The internet is essentially the wild, wild west, and you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. You can't show them that these videos of you getting hit by arrows impacts you. You just laugh it off, ignore it. And like, I even got a personal anecdote, and this is coming from me. Somebody completely irrelevant and useless in the grand scheme of things. Somebody called me a racist landlord who was exploiting his tenant. Landlord? News to me.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
This might come as a shocker to you, but genuinely, I don't think anybody's opinion matters on the internet. If you never met the person, who gives a fuck? Mr. Beast offers to give $1 million to first person who can teach him how to blink. Man, I used to be so overweight. Can we switch to newer photos of me? Once again, this freaking emoji. Like, sure, he was a bit overweight, but he wasn't that overweight. You know what I mean? He wasn't on my 600-pound life. Do not send this photo to Pyrocynical. Mr. Beast, life is so much easier when you're broke. This guy said, fuck you, neighbor. This was floating around the internet a while ago, making some rounds, but he never said that. Kotaku essentially twisted his words, and I'll play the clip.
It's really killing me, to be honest. It's like so much easier when you're, bro, if you don't travel constantly, life is so easy when you just wake up in your own bed and like waking up in your own bed and working 15 hours in, you know, your office, whatever. So easy.
Like, he didn't say life was easy when you're broke. He said life's easy when you're not traveling everywhere. And I think everybody can agree with that. Traveling a lot does get kind of mundane and repetitive and boring. A news site lied and said life is so much easier when you're broke, which I didn't say. Now I'm waking up to millions of people believing the lie and hating me. Being famous is so much fun. I know for a fact this line triggered some people. Being famous is so much fun. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm in no position to give Mr. Beast any advice, but I guarantee I've watched more episodes of Joe Rogan and done more DMT, so I'm intellectual. But it's better to have some people love you, some people hate you, than trying to make everybody love you, because at the end of the day, you're losing yourself in the process. Like, you can try your hardest, but you can't even win. You should be hated on regardless, I think, and, you know, like, what are you gonna do? The CoffeeZilla crypto stuff surrounding Mr. Beast is pretty sketchy, but I genuinely believe he can reconcile for that in the future. But there is one thing that is unforgivable. He says that Naruto is better than Bleach. I'm sorry, Mr. Beast, you need full reprogramming, brother. Your brain is scrambled like some eggs. Kenpachi clears every Naruto character, and the power scaling Naruto is skewed anyway. Ugh, but Naruto's an underdog story. Well, you're no longer that underdog, Mr. Beast. Anyway, coming back to the being famous is so much fun line. The only good thing that comes with being famous is typically money. Like, if you're an A-list celebrity like Justin Bieber, you can't even go to the church. Look how sad this clip is. Boot it up, Jamie.
Outside of church? You guys got hearts, right? Yeah, you guys got a sword? Listen. This is my place where I get rest for my soul. For my soul.
We gotta respect
so I get rest for my soul here, and then I come out here and it's pandemonium. So it's like rest.
I feel like privacy is worth more than money at this rate. Like, he'd probably pay 10 grand to just be able to eat a McDonald's meal without getting harassed. In other words, life is so much easier when you're not famous. Tell me why Twitter's the place where, like, all good faith conversation goes to die. Like, immediately they're assuming the worst and being like, oh, so you're saying that being not famous is better? Yes, dipshit, it is. You literally said the same crap, how life is so much easier when you wake up in your own bed and go work a 9 to 5. Some of us barely make it week to week. This is a slap to our faces. We all wish we could travel the world, clothed and sleep in hotel rooms or mansions and get to adventure. While I do see the point the guy was making, playing some devil's advocate here and, you know, all sense of the word here for MrBeast, yeah, he was talking about a personal anecdote. He feels that it's easier to not travel. This might be controversial, but there is a difference traveling for work and traveling for pleasure. MrBeast got engaged recently, and even that was getting hated on. I'm sorry, but it's very funny that they're all wearing his merch. Okay, well, yeah, that's pretty wild. It was cold in the house, and I just happened to have some Christmas sweaters laying around. Lol. This is kind of what he's giving off, though. He's, like, pretending he's unbothered, and then he sees the lol at the end there. You don't really gotta justify yourself to every hate thread that blows up. You can't appease everybody. Even Jesus Christ had haters. Like, literally, let that sink in. Inarguably the most moral person to, like, ever walk the earth just had his own fair share of haters. This one's pretty funny, so hear me out. Remember the CoffeeZilla investigation I mentioned earlier about MrBeast and his crypto? Well, MrBeast recently came out and said that he was never gonna launch a meme coin, and he got hate for even saying that. This guy will do anything for money and attention, but dropping a coin so other people can make money off his brand is where he draws the morality line. What a big dick. I never imagined I'd be getting called a greedy dick for not launching a meme coin, but here we are. What is life anymore? You gotta stop giving these people attention, and again, the same emoji. Lovely. A tweet insinuating my death. So funny. I think you forgot something. Audiences rated Beast Games 90%, but 8 critics gave it a 13%. Why the large gap? I thought this was common knowledge, but 13% of the critics commit 50% of the bad reviews. And again, who cares? If somebody didn't like your show and gave it a negative review, it's not like it ruined the experience for the people that watched it, and you're willingly choosing to focus on the negatives. Again, I'm also focusing on the negative replies and the negative responses MrBeast has, but like a literal schizophrenic, I noticed there's been so many, especially with the use of this emoji, that, you know, the pattern is there. A Reddit post praising MrBeast got 75k upvotes before the mods on our YouTube removed it for no reason. Lovely. Don't get me wrong, Reddit's a good platform. Like, it replaces Google essentially, but being a person who actively comments on there and engages, that's a loser. Why would you care what a loser thinks? Sometimes I feel for MrBeast a little, like, he's only 26, like, the stress making him look 35, like, I genuinely thought he's old enough to be my father. The internet's collective hate boner for MrBeast is growing at an exponential rate. The biggest crime MrBeast has done is associating himself with Logan Paul and Black Logan Paul, but is that really a crime?
Do you like MrBeast? No.
Do you think MrBeast ruined YouTube?
Yes.
Like, even this old clip, he'd replied with a whole Unabomber manifesto. Like, it really ain't that deep. Who cares? Oh, but Markiplier bullied me. Like, genuinely, why do you care? There's no reason to even go on Twitter. Half the engagement is fake, and it's all just Russian Chinese bot farms trying to manipulate some stupid people into believing their politics. Subscribe to the channel to help me pay my rent. I live in Canada, and it's really hard here. My rent has doubled in the last month.